everyone, welcome back to WsCube. In our today's session, we will be talking about list iteration. So guys, what is list iteration? Let's first understand that. List iteration means we will be looping the elements of the list. Now to loop the elements of the list, there are four methods that we will be discussing in this session. Before that, if you want to become a successful data analyst and if you want to learn from our experts live, then you can call on the given number or you can fill the form that is provided in our description. Not just that, with our every batch, you will be getting 2 demo classes for free. Have a look on what are these four methods. Our first method over here is for loop. But in for loop, we will be directly using a list. Direct use of list. Second method is again for loop. But this time we will be using a range method. Third method would be our while loop. So we will be iterating with the help of while loop. And lastly, we will be iterating with the shorthand for loop. So guys, just like how we have conditional statement, shorthand conditional statement, similarly we have a method of shorthand loop as well, shorthand for loop as well. We will have a look on how it can be done. So first of all, we will be considering a case of for loop with the direct use of list. So I'll be creating a list over here that a is equals to, inside it I'm adding few elements 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay. Now iteration means what? That our loop will go to each value one by one and print it. Right. So to iterate it, all I need to do is I need to use a for loop, that for I in A colon print I. So what I will do, I will go to each index that it will start from 0, print the first element, it will go to next index that is our number 20. Will print it, then it will go to the next index that is number 30, then print it, then it will go to the next index 40. So let's run and see what happens. So as you can see over here, with the help of a for loop, we have iterated the values inside the list. This is one method. Now guys, let's talk about the range method, that how it can be done with the help of a range method. For the range method, let's create a variable over here. I'm creating a variable which will have the length of list, that is len of A. Okay. Let's understand with the help of a small example over here. So guys, I'll be writing our list over here, that is A is equals to 10, 20, 30 and 40. Length of A, we know that length of A will give us 4 because there are 4 elements over here. When we will be defining a range, what we will do, we will be writing our first index number, that is 0, comma, and the length of it. So I'll be putting it inside the variable. Let's say I'm using a k variable over here. K variable holds the length of A, that is our 4. So we can write k over here. This will be our range. Now how the for loop will iterate, it will start from index number 0. It will go to the first element. It will print it. And then how we will print it? We will be printing. I'll be writing print over here. We will be printing A and I index over here, the element of A on the I index. So I starts from 0 because we have written 0. So 0 index we have 10. Then it goes to next number, that is our 20. Then next number, that is our 30. And lastly on number 3. Okay. So this is how it will be iterating. Let's put it inside our program now. So let's take the list over here. I'll be using the same list. Okay. After this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a for loop, that for I in range. Now this time, as we are defining the range, it starts from 0, goes to our k element, that is up to 4. I'll put a colon. I'll print what I'm going to print. I'm going to print each element of A by accessing each value. So A, inside the square bracket, I'll be writing I, that first it will go to 10, then it will go to 20, then it will go to 30, and then it will go to 40. So A of I, that means A of 0 will be 10, A of 1 will be 20, A of 2 will be 30, and A of 3 will be our 40. Let's run and see what do we get. So after running, we are getting the output 10, 20, 30, 40, which is doing the same thing that we have done with the direct use of list. Okay. This was our for loop with the range method. Now we will be iterating the list with the help of the while loop. Let's see how it can be done. And I'll be providing with a condition over here, that while I is smaller than the length of this list, that is our A. So length is 4, then while I is less than 4. Less than 4 would be 3. So it will be going 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? So while I is less than length of A, which is 4, in that condition, what we need to do, we need to print. What we need to print? We need to print A, that is the name of this list. with the index number I. And as we know that in while loop, the increment of I or increment of any number is done inside the loop. So I will be incrementing it over here, that I plus is equals to 1. Every time the value of I will be increased by 1. As soon as I run it, you will see we will get the same output 10, 20, 30 and 40. If I would have incremented it with the 2, it would have given me 10 and 30 only. So this is how our while loop iterates a list. Talking about our next method, that is shorthand for loop. Let's see how shorthand for loop can be used for the iteration of a list. So guys, just like how in conditional statements, we first write our print statement, we write the statement that needs to be executed, then we write the condition. Similarly, here also inside the square bracket, we will be writing our print statement, that print I will be the loop, I will be the variable that I will be using inside the for loop. So for I in the name of our list is A. As soon as I run it, I get the same output over here 10, 20, 30 and 40. So guys, this is how iteration can be done with the help of 4 methods that we have discussed over here. First is for loop with the direct method. Second is for loop with the range. Third is with the while loop, and fourth one is with the shorthand for loop. Now I hope the list iteration is clear to you. In our next topic, we will be discussing about some list methods. So stay connected and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.